Hello. How are you guys? Thank you for doing a good job yesterday. Today we're going to do what we did yesterday, find that information, and then we're going to graph using that information, and it really makes it really easy to graph. Don't even need to make a table. Okay, so we're just going to do 3 examples, and then your assignment has 6 problems for you to graph. So the first thing I'm going to do, I always like to do this. This helps my brain to do that. And then, okay, so the vertex is negative h comma k. We remember that from yesterday. Change the sign on h, keep the sign on k. So I'm going to change -1 to +1, and then keep the 3 positive. Remember, our axis of symmetry shares an x value with the vertex because the axis of symmetry always goes through the vertex. So here, my axis of symmetry is going to be x equals 1. Make sure you write x equals. Okay. Looks like A is positive, so this one's going to open up. And there's nothing out in front, so I'm going to assume that the A is 1. And the slope of my sides is going to be 1/1. All right. So the first thing we do is plot our vertex. So I'm going to start at 0, 0. I'm going to go over 1 and up 1, 2, 3. And then from there, the next thing I'm going to do is lightly draw in my axis of symmetry. That's too light. We'll do a different blue. So I'm going to draw in my axis of symmetry. Remember, it's the vertical line that goes right through the vertex. And then I'm going to start back at the vertex, and I'm going to count the slope of my line. I'm going to go up 1/1, up 1/1, up 1/1. Now, there's 2 different ways you can get the other half of the graph. You can go back to the vertex and count up 1/1 the other way, up 1/1, up 1/1. Sometimes that's not ideal, especially if we struggle with slope. So I want you to look at this with geometry goggles. And we're going to see that axis of symmetry as an axis of reflection. And we're going to reflect this point. We're going to travel 1 box, hit the line, 1 box on the other side, and that's where my point would be. And this one is 2 boxes away. 2 boxes hit the line, 2 boxes on the other side. Now, you don't have to do it this way. I just want it to be a tool in your toolbox that you know you can use if you want. Please make sure that your lines go all the way through your graph and end in an arrow. So there's my graph of that absolute value function. Okay. Next one. Oh, this one's got a negative. Okay, I'm going to write this up here again. I'm going to do whatever I can to help my brain think through this. The vertex, negative HK. All right, so for the vertex, I'm going to change the sign on H and keep the sign on K. And then the axis of symmetry goes right through the vertex, and they share an X value. This one, the A is negative, so it looks like it's going to open down. And our slope of our sides is going to be 3/2. All right. So let's plot our vertex. So I'm going to start at 0, 0, and I go over 1, 2, 3, and up 2. And this time I know it opens down, so when I take off from the vertex to count my slope, I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2. And down 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2. I'm going to sketch in my axis of symmetry. Then here I can reflect this point. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, hit the line. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. Here I do 1, 2, hit the line. 1, 2 on the other side. Yeah. I'm glad this app makes my lines straight. Okay. There you go. So there's the graph of that one. Okay, we have one more example. I'm going to put my algebraic form up here. I'm confused here. There's no K. So when we're adding, and there's a number there, but we don't write it, that's going to be 0. So I might fill that in to help my brain. And then my vertex is negative h comma k. So my vertex is going to be change the sign on H, keep the sign on K. My A is positive, so this looks like it opens, it opens up. Here, you want to see this? This is cool. Let's see if I can make it a perfect box. There we go. And then the slope of the sides, I'm going to write it so I can see the rise over run. The slope of the sides is going to be 3/1. Remember, the axis of symmetry goes through the vertex, so they share an X value. So I'm going to plot my vertex starting at 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the negative direction on the x-axis. And then for this one, I'm going to count, let's see, I'm going to draw in the axis of symmetry just for good measure. And then I'm going to start at the vertex and I'm going to count the slope. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And I'm going to count, I'm going to reflect those points over the axis of symmetry. 1 hit the line, 1 on the other side. 1, 2 hit the line, 1, 2 on the other side. And then we draw the sides of our V. That 3 makes this one nice and skinny. All right, so there you go. Mrs. Zell has keys for the worksheet, the graphing worksheet that you're going to do, and they should be back on the desk. I haven't decided yet if we're going to move on tomorrow. I think I'm going to decide, it's Tuesday right now, so I think I'm going to decide Wednesday what we're going to do Thursday. So we'll just be ready for anything, okay? All right, good luck, guys. I will see you tomorrow, Thursday. I'm so excited. Miss you. I am going to go to Dollar Tree. I'll try to make sure I have snacks. See you guys tomorrow.